Good morning, everybody. Welcome to FreeDeathTV, the streamer of everything that is poker. We are on small stakes games today. Got a $5.50 entry. Still, we've got about an hour left of rebuys, so we're starting with a nice stack of 125 bigs. And just getting underway. Got a big tournament coming up in 12 days' time, a couple of weeks. It's a free roll, plenty of prizes up for grabs. If there are any aspiring growers out there who like a bit of the 420 seedery, hit us up. Got plenty of seeds for everybody. We got a guy in the seed bank in the know if anyone needs anything. And if anyone's out there looking at seeds and stuff on 420 stuff on the sites, you'll notice that most seeds are selling for around about sort of $10 a piece at the moment. Some expensive seeds are out there at $20, $30, $40 a piece. We try not to make a profit. We're a non-profit organisation. So if you're thinking about buying seeds, look at us first. Come and have a chat with us, and we may maybe normally be able to source what you want at a magical price. Got many breeders and brokers on the books. So yeah, pop along and see us. Let's get the make sure our stream's up and running. Yep, we are live. Hello all. Okay. So we are now live. Joined at the 5-minute break, so apologies for people that now got to fast forward through the boring bit. Not a lot happening now. Get the adverts out. So this one we've just basically coming into a start zone now, so everyone's starting with around about 100 bigs. Leaderboards, we've got top slot already is on double stack on 200,000, and most people are sitting there on the 100k. Only a small field, only 30 people at the moment. I expect that to grow to probably a region of 45, 50, 60 players by the time this comes to an end of late registrations. We've got another hour, 1 hour and 11 minutes on the late reg. So that takes up to 3:15, and then there's probably going to be about another hour and a half worth of gameplay after that. Normally people have gone to a very short stack situation then, and in an hour's time the blinds will be down to around about 20 bigs. Don't need to get involved just yet. We need to see what the table does. I'm sure we're all up and everyone can hear us. Testing. Yeah, so we'll be we'll be getting our markers out soon once we start understanding who we've got playing with us. And bouncing already, or bouncing around tables already. So yeah, still not got anyone to look at. 2 secs. Oh, we can get done for slow play, I think we can fold a queen 8 under the gun. So I think that most people in the room are sort of using these tournaments as a warm-up tournament, unless we've got people from like the South American range with Brazilians and whatnot, and obviously on a different time zone than us. We're looking at they're probably about 6 hours behind us or so. So yeah, maybe early morning for them. We defend the King Jack off. We know we're probably looking at an Ace-X, probably. Or King Queen, or King 10, Queen 10, King Queen 9s, Ace-X range. And we just push back with a push raise. We don't want to just flat here, because as soon as we flat, we're dictating a certain hand, aren't we? And now at the moment, we're repping a pair. We're in the 10-8. He's calling us down to the river, so he might have a pair himself. Oh, I'm just going to pot him up. And I mean, he probably may have had the 8, you know, or the 3. He probably had calling bluff purpose, bluff catching for us. Might have been worried about the advert we stuck out. We'll straight fold that. Don't want to get involved too many hands too early on. And at some time we can play a 6-2 off, in or out of position. We just got to represent a different hand with it, really. There's no point limping in with a 6-2. And a lot of poker's about persona, about what you create, who you create for yourself on the table. Some people appear as rocks. When they actually turn over a card, you can see we've got like a 10-8 or something. And that can be boredom sometimes. People were sitting there card dead for long periods of time, not getting any decent starting hands. And then all of a sudden you drop to King Queen suited or something like that, King 10 on your lap. And it looks really sexy. You know, no matter what position you are, you're going to play that. So it can be a bit slow at the early stages when we're sitting out and waiting. And it's not until we can start manipulating players, exploiting certain positions. And King FCH is defended. I mean, look, King 3 off, defended down to the hill. We weren't getting pushed off the pot that time. Had himself a black bluff catcher. So, you know, maybe he felt it from us and didn't feel it from Bjorn's side. Or maybe it's because he's seen Bjorn's side play a few more hands or something. Yeah, just looking at that last hand, we've got King 4 against King 3 suited. the the king four there off, king four off in big blind position. Yeah, it's a defending hand, but how far are you defending it? I mean, all right, got ace 10 queen out on the turn, so he was ready for a jack. But yeah, did he realise he was calling for basically if he was calling for a split pot? If the jack had come, they both would have shared it, split it. Other than that, what was he calling on the four? King out. It's gonna complete some other people's straights. So again, look, we're getting pushed in our big blinds. We just push straight back. Got him on the thing. So we've got to put him on a high ace. Maybe ace 7, ace 9. We're calling with a 10 there. 8 gives us the straight. Put a stop bet. The stop bet's just designed for that sort of thing. Someone coming on over the top. You can easily fold in. Call a stop bet because it will stop you betting. It's the last bet you make. They either call it or they come over the top. Come over the top, you fold. And what we do is we're going to put him on loose aggression tag at the moment because it's just, pushed all in with 10 BB in pot. So super aggression. He's overbet the pot by, what's he up to there? About 700%. Yeah, I think he would have got the same answer by 130% the pot, 150% pot. And what it is, it feels like a bluff bet when they do that, but you've got to put someone on. It's a 50-50 call whether they're going to have it or not. So look, we're going to push King FCH all the way now. We just put that in there for the big blind. There you go. A lag. There he is. We knew he would call. He got the 2 overs on us, but wow, what a starting hand! Queen 6. Yeah, and we're just sending the shit. Pair of freaks. He was an easy target, easy one to manipulate once we saw what he was doing. And also we pushed him off a hand which he probably had mid pair on, and he, at the end felt he was probably winning and should have called. And then that gets their blood boiling and tilt mode goes in. And yeah, the reason why he's defended Queen 6 because he's big blind, and we knew that was the player he was. So funny times. Fold out Jack 3 suit. Time being, see what we've got playing. We may get a visitor, 1 or 2 over today. Got ourselves an off defence hand in the big blind. Way within the big blind range as defence. Now, when I say that, it's a Broadway hand. We're looking at raw flush, we're looking at flushes, and all the rest of it. It's not to a raise, a re-raise, a re-raise, a free C bet. Like you're gonna have to be looking at folding that King 10 suited really. And we've got no odds to call the pot. We'll just fold it. Not a start, no starting hand there, Queen 5, not even a bluffing hand really this time. We'll just straight fold. Straight fold. Now, on the 5-ring table, our range opens slightly. So on a button here, we can play like a king 7, king 8. We'll just open standard. Freeze at the moment. Any call creates the odds on the other two, the small blind, big blind. It just puts the big blind in a fold situation. Because we don't give him the odds on the pot, really, on the call. Got to put 2 in to win 4, so 2 in to win 6. And he's doesn't have to put any money in, does he? He's just a big blind. And his position there, limping in the small blind, you hear me talk about this a lot. It's not really a good position to be limping into. You're first to act. You're showing weakness straight instantly from the get-go. And then when he checked it over to him, the big blind should have just taken the roll of the Jack 9 here. And that's really where sort of these sort of positions are, aren't they? If whoever takes the dominant position there, what's Bjorn's side checking here? You know, pair of 6s. Why didn't the pair of 6 open? Why did the pair of 6 let the big blind just small blind just float in for 1? A bit of a weird situation there. So we're gonna. They've done the same to us. We've got to put them on a king or queen. They could absolutely have anything here. Had like a pair of 6s last time, didn't raise it. Probably hit a 2 pair or something on this ball, but they're gonna just call it back, because that means they've only got a pair, not 2 pair. So we can still bluff the 2 pair. We can have queen 7, king 7. We can have the king queen. Just gonna call this down to the thing. We're gonna just check that over. Fucking hit a 9 on the river. Wow. Fucking fish shit. Fish shit. So there's our roaring. So we're gonna mark this person up as a we put them. Oh, I can't even put them down as aggressive because they're not. Just a knob jockey. I'm just gonna put them in as a knob. Put them as the yellow piss sign. So we know we've got a knob on our right. And then we're just going to put him all in. We're going to put the knob all in as many times as we can, really, to stop this limping and calling with crap and all that. You've either got an hand or you ain't gone limping now. That's how we're going to treat Rawran. With no respect. 9-10. 9-10 betting into that board. Gut shot. Well, 11.5 to 1 shot we basically had. 12 to 1 shot. You know, and then picking up a 9 on the river after having a bet into the ball just disgusts. It's disgusting, really. It just show that they're how weak they are. I say that because, you know, like, what do they take? What, £6 or something? Knob. Alright, we're going to move on from that person. I blistered now, pushing the blind. So we've got to probably put him on a bigger ace than us. We're just going to float in with him, though. Hopefully pick a draw on the 7, really. We're looking 4, 5, 6, 8, you know. 4, 5, 6, 8 ball or whatever. Easy odds to call. We've got a backdoor flush draw. Put it on next card. And next card could be like 8 of hearts. Opens our hand up again, doesn't it? You know, like for a jack. And then also any heart or jack on the river. Eight of clubs closes the flush draw, but gives us the straight inside straight deal still. And there's a 7, so we paired the board. So only a jack 8 gets there, doesn't it? Is what you got to think of. What's the chances we've got jack 8 here? I don't think so. And we can have the jack 8. We're in the big blind. We can have any 2 cards there. Any 2 cards at all. So 9-2 suited. I'm just going to straight fold out. Easy fold. Morning, people. Any of our new people out there listening, please don't forget to ring our bell or like, subscribe, or whatever you got to do. The more the merrier. And hopefully some, if you've got any feedback you want to give us, if you think that we're playing absolutely pile of shit and you can play better, then let us know. We've got a chat thing going on in the stream. Just drop us a line. Tell us how bad you are or good you are. Tell us if I'm wrong in certain spots. Do try to, I try to maintain a chip dominance in tournaments. It's not important. People, some people get hit up on it. You know, I'm not one of those, but I do like to be in a chip dominant position. And I've got mates of mine that they sit and wait. You know, they'll be sitting like behind Ironside here. He's not really played much at all. I've not seen him in many hands. You know, we let him. We won't take the piss yet with a 3-4 off. And Warren here is just all of a sudden locked in a little bit better. Hand-wise, he's probably looking for something better now. Because he knows where we are. On his left, we can always do the all-in. A danger spot for him, for us. Straight fold 2-7 off. And people say to me, well, what about your range, Dan? Everyone's going to see your range and what you're playing in, what positions, how many times you open and whatnot. Well, if you can work out how I play, then drop me a line and let me know. Because it is definitely table. It's all about the table for me. It's all about the people I'm playing. It's all about the chip sizes. There's a lot of things that come into how and why I'm playing a certain set of cards. You know, like 2-3 off here. And unless somebody else say it gives me the odds, I've only got to put 1 in to get 4.5 back or whatever. So I've got odds on the pot for calling all day long here, haven't I? You know, straight away now I'm getting even more odds. So I'm getting, you know, by the time I call this hand, it's going to be 7. I'm getting 7-8 to 1 with money. At 7-8 to 1 with money, I can call 2-3 all day long because 1 out of 3 times I'm going to hit it. And when I do, it's going to be the world, isn't it? You know, we've got something on the board already here. Now we've got to put Don Juan on an ace or Zetico on an ace here. You're under the gun. Well, I'm expecting ace king, ace queen, ace jack. You know, or pocket pairs here, pocket pair, maybe pocket pair of 6s. But we've got to put him on ace king, ace queen, ace jack here, and we're gonna call that in. A 2 pair. I mean, he could have ace 3, you know, ace 2, ace 6. He could have ace 6 of spades. You know, that's there on the board, isn't it? I feel like he's going to raise his bet up. Oh no, and he could have, as we know, he could have the ace queen. So I think an ace would have rebet that board. I'm gonna put in the 1.5 stop bet again, but this time we call him whether he goes all in or not. If he goes shoves all in because he's seen what the other guy did before, we're just going to call him, rip his hand off. And he definitely could have ace queen there, couldn't he? There's no question of it. Ace queen's there all day, but we could be putting him on ace king, ace jack, ace 10. If he had ace queen, I think he would have just raised us. He's thinking about flatting it. It's going to tank fold. Oh, yeah, he's done what we said, which was raise it. We're going to call it. Wow. Fucking hell. Fucking, is this going to be the sign of our luck today? We're going to get rivered by our queens. Wow. Lucky shit. Yeah, lucky shit. Yeah, absolute lucky shit. So Rowan, we was going to raise him up straight away. We know what player he is. The Limpy Lou. Jacks now. Maybe they're going to take any raise in there from me as just being a tilt move. Yeah, here we go. So we might be able to get, we might be facing his early position. Ace King Ace Queen. I'll disclude a Jack when I've got a pair of them in my hand. 8.5 because we'll deep stacked a bit. I'm going to push that up from normally like a 7, 6.5 to 7. We're going to push him deep, not too deep. There's a 7. There's our 7. He's lower than the bet before, and that's where we should get the call. Now look, I don't like the king. He checked it. We're going to check it, thin out the hand a little bit. I think he's got ace king, ace queen, like we said. The better come in now big for the ace, for the king and the flush. We got to call him down. Pair of eights. We had to call him, you know. Like he could have had the ace king there. He could have had the flush for crying out loud. But if we fold in that position, we're gonna give up a lot of equity when we don't have to. And we're gonna have to call down some horrible boards sometimes with jacks in your hand. Sometimes you can feel the ace king, you know, like if he'd have come out betting big. On that, I don't feel like he's got any connection on that board at the moment. 5 would be nice for us, wouldn't it? Start the ball rolling. See, I mean, ace queen's not going to want to call here at all, is it? And and what was he doing? Ace queen, limping, all the rest of it. You know what I mean? It was a bit of a weird situation for that person. Let's just get them up. I'm going to put them down as a bit of a nit. Didn't even raise the didn't raise the ace queen on a straighted board. Was they trying to trap? And then the 6 on the river just gave everybody the straight on the board, so killed their hand. Realistically, they should have bet for value at that point. He's not folding here, so we've got 7 bigs to call. We've not hit. He's probably got ace king here on that board. I don't want to call for a club. I'm calling for one. Now we're going to call for a 6. Jacks. Here in the straight. We must be broke. It does. I mean, we're up to 51 people in the tournament now already. It does amaze me sometimes when people are sort of shit. Knob. Yes. Yeah, fish. Chance of me marrying that board, slim to none. Suyu fish. Weird. We're going to fold. We do have a starting hand 9-5, but we're not going to bother with it just yet. Might get ourselves a pop along, see what's occurring. We're going to just check him down. We know what he's like. He's yeah, in there. He had the ace. Check the flop. Now raising the turn, and that's he can't resist it. You know, he's a proper fish. Yeah, yeah. What's it? Bill Nine side or whatever saying we're a fish. That's not how I classify a fish. If you talk about whales, two different things. A fish and a whale's two different things in my book. Fishes, for me, are out there fishing. And it's people with aces like yourself that would limp in with it. That's a fish to me. And you let like a 6-4 come in because you want to try and trap people with your aces. And what ends up happening is they make a straight on your 4-card flush, 2-pair. And then you're upset about why your aces got cracked. And why people play. Why is he playing a 6-4? Why is he playing a 6-2? Yeah, because you let him in. And it's weak play and weak positions that a lot of the time people's hands get dominated because of it. And yeah, no, we're going to put Bjorn on a tag. At the moment, yeah, tight aggression from him. We're not changing his tag at the moment. Check fold Jack 3. Really coming to range until we're on sort of final tables, isn't it? Wow, flopping a full house. One person in it. We might get a bet. You know, I'm not gonna check the turn. Always bet it. And yeah, just hope that they've got a king. Is how you got to be there on the balls. You just got to open normal standard size. And yeah, sometimes they see it that we're lying or whatever. We're just going to drop it down a little bit now at 2.5, which seems a bit weird since we bet 3 and now we're betting 2.5. You might see this as a bluff. And snap our hand off with a 10 here. Yeah, and we're just going to barrel in again. It's time 4. And on the river we'll be potting. We've got 50% chance it's going to call. And he might even be calling with a Jack 10 for going out and out or a 10-5. You know, you've got to sometimes ask, what did they get down to the river with? No point betting that 10. We've got, all we can do is call him. And you've got to ask yourself, look, what did he call the first bet with? If he's got a 10, he's going to call it all day long. He's going to bet over the top. We see his card there. King 9. King 9. King of clubs, 9 of hearts. We're going to just float in with the King 4. We're representing King Jack, King 10, all that sort of hand. Don't think anyone's going to have a 7-5 here. Possible running into ace 7. Don't or ace 5, you know, and then we just got the full house now. We could rep it once, but then once he called, we was dead. Any non-opens, we can open Queen Jack off. We're only on a 5-ring table. Remember, the range opens right up. We are early position, but also cut off position. Think about what a small blind would call with there. Would be all your baby aces. Ace 3, ace 4, ace 5, ace 2. But they've got to put us on an ace because we opened. A lot of the time people put you on the cards. You don't have to even have the cards yourself. Most a standard bluff bet would be you've got to have balls of steel for it. You've got nothing. You've got 5-2 off or whatever, or 7-2 off in the small blind position or big blind position, and a cut off or the button pushes you with a bet. Well, you push back. You re-raise them. They flat in, which indicates then they've not got big pairs or nothing like that. And the board represents some sort of straight in flushing board, which most boards will. I'd say it feels like it's a 7 out of 10 balls are wet. 6 out of 10 at least are wet balls where you can, like you can manipulate either hand, either the straight or the flush. So they bet into it. They barrel down with their aces, their pair of aces in their hand, for instance. Wow, we've got an all in here. He's not played a hand all afternoon, so where's he going to be with that? It's going to be ace, king, ace, queen, ace, jack, and aces, kings, and queens. I don't believe that's a good bet. Good bet. Let's push him back now. Let's see if he wants to play with 68 bigs. Don't like building up with tight aggression, so there's the aggression, 2.5, 2.3 bigs, which knows I'm going to call. Valued in Zakito now. We've got top pair, mid kicker. Check over to the aggressor. Should see the bet coming in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to re-raise them. They shove all in, we're going to call. And they didn't have any of the board or underpaired to the board. So pair of jacks, pair of tens, pair of eights, maybe even. Maybe if they look up the stream, they can see how you got to play them. And what they had to do really was, like sometimes you've got a re-aggressor. You've got to go back with the aggression. Now, know your punter, and hopefully they've been watching me play and know that pushbacks to me are not going to really work very well. I'm going to come back in again. I'm just going to piss him off here. And he might be overpaired to me here. What's he doing open again? He is quite a tight player, so do expect him to have a hand here and not be tilted. I expect him to re-raise if he's got a pair. Yeah, and he's going all in, so it's, big pair, aces, kings, and queens, and jacks. Oh, fours. Fair plays. Here's our 8, he's dead in the water. We gave him a bit more respect than he was due, to be honest with you, I think. And, yeah, maybe he should have been looking at getting out of dodge there. When someone comes, when you put in a raise and someone comes over the top and then you go all in, you've missed a round of betting. You've missed another blag, a bluff, a push. Yeah. Some people, when they re-raise and then they get a re-raise back, they will fold 8s, 9s, 10s, because they're going to put you on, like I said, aces, kings, and queens. So you have got to know who your punter is, and also think about your bet sizing and what gets people off of a hand and what hands you get them off. So I played differently, like the other thing as well. I mean, he didn't have nowhere to go on that board when I tripped out on the 8 coming straight down. But another bet he could have had in his hand with the pair of 4s there was to hero bet it. So float, put your bet in, I re-raise, you call it, and then when the flop comes down, you're the first to act and you go all in. And it's called the hero bet. Now that shove there is a gamble. You're gambling that they didn't hit. Your opponent didn't hit the board. Not advisable to do it when you've got like 6 cards you're facing or something, because it's bound to be 1 or 2 of them cards that's hit. They've got some of the board or whatever. So yeah, you've got to be careful on those fronts. And what we got here? 4-2 off. Nice easy fold. Big blind special to 4-2 off and small blind. Can easily be called if you've got value in the hand. And my friend has a little, he says, "Oh, it's a fortuitous flop," when he's got 4-2 and there's a 4-2 on the board. So they do. It does flop, like all cards do. Like at any point, any 2 cards in your hand can make a full house. We just showed with the Jack 3 earlier. So like odds of flopping a full house when you've got a pair in your hand, like a pair of 8s or something. You're looking at about 101, 102 to 1. So every 100 odd hands of a pair, you should flop a. What's let us in here? Look? Why didn't you make a bet before the board? Why are you now betting on it? Why are you just being so fishy up there? Why can't I just fold? So small blind, if one more person calls, we call for odds. Other than that, we're on a straight fold. Straight fold. We don't want to create the odds. We only call for the odds. And somebody might say, "Oh, you only got to put in half to win back 4," and that's the odds. You easily got it there, but the odds are that I'm not going to hit with them type of cards very often, even though I've got a 1 in 3 chance of hitting me flop or whatever. What is good, a pair of 2s on the board or a pair of 9s on the board when you're back as a 2. So win percentage rate, it's not very high on the 9-2, is it? So I want to see big odds. I'll be popped to play 9-2. I want to be making a sizable contribution to my stack. Open. We'll just raise it to 3. Just a solitary bet. Raise. Just take some odds away from the small blind, big blind. It should come over the top with pocket pairs or even ace king, ace queen. I know, that's a straight check straight away now. That always worry me when they do that. We're just going to check this down. We're going to fold it up. Ace king all day long, or pair of pocket kings all day long. And they didn't really get any value on that. They could have re-raised us. I wasn't going to fold. So they could have re-raised on the pre-flop of ace king. And you can do that sort of around about 25-30% of the time, ace king, that position. You need to want to be testing these stealing positions, because that's what I'm doing around here, is stealing really, aren't I? Unless I've got a monster, and then I'm going to come over the top of you again. I'm not going to come back over the top with ace queen, ace jack, ace 10, am I? You know, even ace king in certain positions, I'm not going to re-raise that. In early positions, I'm going to re-raise it, because you've got to be putting me on that ace king in the position, Matt. Yeah, oh, I like that. Like that. I like that because of the limp mode, I think, going on. The aces from Caroline Victor, we're going to have to attack them up. Just tack them up. Yeah, just have a look at that. They're letting a 3-5 suited pair of aces. Pot up the sixes. So yeah, Caroline with the pocket aces was under the gun, limp raised, let in the small blind. Betting big, put them all in, then got onto the river. They had them on a flush draw from the flop. You know, they'd already opened the hand out for them. There was always going to be getting them there. Hopefully we get there ourselves here. We've also got ourselves an inside, we've got up and down a straight draw for an 8 or a 3. So we've got an 8-3 or diamond, a club. So an 8-3 or a club. So we've got 7 outs on the clubs, and we've got 4 8 outs on the 8 and 4 on the 3. So 16, 15, 16 outs at the moment. So it's around about 30%. We're not folding, you know. So there it is. There's a 6. Oh, sorry. We're talking about we didn't really want fucking 8 or a fucking 3. Get me head in the game. Yeah, so too many outs syndrome, I think that was. We had 16 outs, 15, 16 outs or whatever. Now 2 times that on the river gives us just 30% on the river alone. 1 in 3 hits. Every other, nearly, not every other card, but every second card should help us out there. Just unfortunate. So now 68 people in the tournament. We said we'd get up to like 75-ish, I think, didn't we? Where we are with the time-wise on it. We've got another 27 minutes, half hour left of late entries. Chip leaders now on 360,000, which you can see that's only like 120 grand miss adrift from chip lead. We're sitting in 4th place, so in a chip dominant position, like we like to be in tournaments. And it's basically, it's like, when you're going to take your gambles, you're going to take them early in the tournament when you've got a bit of blinds to do so with, or you're going to take your gambles late in the tournament. You know, where you're going to have to gamble. Raw and Blister and Carrot, they're looking for all in positions, really, aren't they? You know, that's where they're at with the game. So they're definitely going to be looking at folding. There's another half hours left of things. Still got a little bit of play left on them. 34 bigs below is where you want to be tight ranging again. So picking up the king there. Hopefully we're getting 10 jack calling, and you know, what else could we have here? Queen 10. 2 paired in. Let's just keep him in range. Keep him in range for it. At some point, I mean, like the Queen 10's got there with a 2 pair, so we've got to put him on 2 pair. He's gone us down to the river, down to a river. So let's see what he's got. We want to see what he's got, really, don't we? So we're just going to go 8. Might come over the top of that. So 8 was too big for him, but you know, a top pair would sometimes call that for us on a bluff. Yeah, we put a few 30,000 chips in, getting within striking distance of the chip lead, and this chip lead is Adjusty the Ray. And we've got Rake Back and One Eye Bandit. So we can quite happily take everybody out on the table at the moment. Our worry hands, people, were Caroline with the 22 bigs. Those 22 bigs might will be 500 bigs to us. They would take us down a massive chunk. Also, Blister up there. He's looking for an all-in, and Rowan. Gonna be. We're gonna get one out. So just under 1% of you know, 101 to 1, just under, that's just under 1% for flopping a full house with a pair in your hand. And if I just work out the odds on the other case scenario, which will be 0.1, 1,000 to 1. So having a, you know, like a 5-4 in your hand, and flopping a full house, 5-5, 4-4, or whatever, you're looking at 1,000 to 1. 1,000 to 1 shot. Are you ever going to get them odds? Never. You know, when can you ever put a 1 in and get 1,000 back? So the any 2 card scenario, you know, you are looking at these massive odds of hitting the any 2 card job. Expect it's just to check out. I expected to check out even if someone hits it. And the reason being is that if Zeki's got a 4 or 8, you know, anything of that ball, puts a bet out, it's not giving Johnny a chance to bet. Because Johnny there can't even bluff, he's now got a fold. But if you check that bet and Johnny decides to have a bluff, you can always call him for a bluff catcher. A lot of people, they do it, they've got aces or kings or whatever. And they've got the ball pinned as well. They've pulled out an ace and there's a 2 nines or the way, they've got a 4 house aces over nines or whatever they've got, you know. And no one's got anything. They've checked it all and no one's bet. And then it comes to the river and they think, well, I didn't get any money, I'll try and get some money in now. The bet's never going to get through. They're going to win exactly the same amount if they checked it there. But the difference between checking it is you get to see some cards. I'm going to push Caroline, even though it's a danger thing. Would take on with an ace-9, yeah. So 2 overs. Not at the moment. We've got a block with a 9. We've got a block with a 7s. Could have done with hitting one of our 2 cards there by the river. We had a 50% chance of it. There you go. Expected straight fold there. Little shitters. Yeah, and exactly what we didn't want to happen happened. We got into a 50-50 run with Carolyn and chunked down chips. We're back in gambling mode now. And you know, blister opening here. It's been really tight so far. Only loose hand I've seen him with was the king 3 suited. We're just going to max out. Whoever's take the spin up. I'm sure one of them will. Only that sort of money. No, take the 5 bigs off of them instead. And when the bigs are, you know, like £3 a piece, as we're just taking 15 grand out of there off of them. So yeah, dropping dough like that is not a very good idea in this tournament or in any tournament. You should really just be playing the premium hands and not looking at limping. You know, limpings for wallies, limpings for losers. Limping only has its place if you've got certain people on the table. If you've got like me, serial raiser, you could limp with it under the gun, knowing that I'll re-raise with whatever cards I have, which gives you a re-raise, never a flat. You should always be pushing back the pusher when you've got big premium hand. And this is how you're going to get your money. This is how you're going to get paid, isn't it? You can only get paid if you put it in the middle. If you don't put it in there, you don't get paid. So you've got to oversize your bet sometimes. You know, like you've got to be doing different stuff, because if people start just watching you and you only open, you know, keep opening aces with 10 big blinds, you just no one's ever going to call you. But if you vary your openings, different positions, different bet sizing, different people, different bet sizing, different levels in a tournament, different bet sizing, no one should be able to get an handle on where you are with a hand. Whether you open that hand at 3 bigs, 5 bigs, 4 bigs, 3.5, 2.5, it should be a random opening for all your hands. So when you've got the aces, no one can put you on them. We're going to fold. Too much going on here. Let's text our man Joe. Make sure our statistician is awake. He can give us some new numbers. Let's get our stream up. Make sure we're live for everybody. Copy that, I'm going to get that over to our Discord server as well. Let them all know we're awake. Taking numbers. Taking our requests today from anybody. just moved over, just doing a bit of maintenance on my site at a minute. There seems to be loads of stuff going on all the time, whether it's a YouTube channel or whomever. Yeah, do check out the channel, ring the bell, and get notified when we're up and running live streaming. Yes. Just looking at the chat. There's a little chat box. Do wonder if people see it or not. Don't think so. Yeah, anyway, don't get carried away myself. Got a couple of minutes left out there. Let's have a little look at, let me do a spin or something. Quick spin for a nicker. So, 82 cents in the foreign language. The spins are very hindered. I would say your play's hindered a little bit. You've got people on there that are getting rate backs at 60-70% or whatever. So they can afford to just play these all day long, 4 or 5 games at a time. Rim rates don't have to be that big, can be down at like 1.3, 1.4 or something. They're gonna get the stuff going. So inside straight draw, we've got a top pair as well. 2 pair. 6-8 had us pinned right to the river. Pair of sixes, ace 5. There's the ace. Nice easy one for us. Easy yours. So what was that? Quick triple up. So we've got our entry money back. A quick. No one's got to see it, unfortunately. Yeah. Quick double up on the spin and goes. So here we go. We're back up live and running. We've got a Broadway in hand. Early position. Just stand, free bet it. Well, gets a bit slow sometimes after a break. I forget what they're doing. And you've got to remember there's antis going on in there at the moment. So we're going to just keep standing. We're going to piss a lot of people off, so but, the way it is, and we're going to face them all ins. They just go straight in, all in, looking at us as a serial caller. Big blind, push back. Yep, there we go. What could he push back with? think of that board. And if he did have any of that board, he would have just come out better, wouldn't he? Maybe think twice about calling next time. As he just whacked out 2 big blinds instantly. Poof. And when the big blinds are £3 a pot, you know, like he's committed for 1, and then he's putting another 3 behind us. He's just cost himself 10 grand calling a bet. And look, oh look, let's max him out. Let's just see what he's got. Ace what? Kings, fair enough. Yeah, it drops us right down here. Oh, no, it doesn't. Kills us off. Killed hand. So, even broken clocks are right twice a day, as they say. Yeah, let's just push him back. Straight back into the fold. Hopefully we'll get another whip call. Nope. I don't think he want to push us again. We're straight fold out anyway. So, where are they? A little bit of slow mode. It's just straight fold out. We've got Warren's aggression has stepped up a little bit. We've got 14 minutes left of the late registrations. 14 minutes left of it. I said we'd be down to around about 20. The starting stack would be about 20 bigs. Starting stack I think was 100k. Average stack's 130k at the moment. I would have thought that starting stack's 100k. It's a deep stack tournament, yeah. So 100k starting stack, and you can see that 100k starting stack's not even. It's about 25 bigs at the moment. Straight fold. We're 6 ring now on the table, and our range is basically around about king 9, king 10. So ace 9, big blind only defence. Got 6.5k in the pot at the moment, which is all us. Let's just put him all in. He's going to push us, we're going to push back. Especially in a short stack like that. Won't do it again so much. Zello with a 40 bigs, we won't push that hold. We're going to fold straight out and walk. No walks on the ace 9. We put blister all in for half stack. Just going to raise it up a bit now because of the thing. Yeah, let's go 6. We expect Johnny's to have ace, king, ace, queen here, or pocket pair. Pocket pair's coming back over the top. Ace, king, ace, queen, we're going to just flat. Where does he think his ace is? Could be ace 8, could be ace 5, isn't it? We're going to be putting him all in a minute. Yeah, oh, he's got himself ace 6. Yeah, that'll do us. So a6 shouldn't be calling there at all. A6 suited should have called. Unrealised the flop, unrealised that it didn't have the 6, and maybe called me down for bluffing, and that's about it. But got into a position where it was all or nothing. Ace king gets the freeze. Not going to survive much with a king out. Need a 3. Nope. That's the time he should have actually made his betting, not the hand before. Poker has a funny way of teaching you that. He sat there for a while with shitty hand, and then now he's got momentum as well. But he's probably got good hands, and now he's going to get called all the time. I mean, he's got 2-3. Wow. 2-3. I mean, he was in the position of he was all in with. So let's poker. We've got a tag on. Tight and aggressive. Also tag up with a tight and aggressive. Sat there for a long time, not played many hands. What I have played has been premium. So I ain't got to think of anything else. So tight aggression is re-raised there. The button, might be looking at still. The call for the king 9. We've just seen a king 9 flops though, so don't think we're going to see a king 9 bold again for a while. You know, 100 hands or so. Not a great call because of the ergonomics of the board and whatnot. We're running into it here. We're going to fold straight out. Aces and 8s. Dead man's hand. Dead man is dead. Yeah. Yeah, we felt that, didn't we? The raising and re-raise, you know, like we've got to get out of dodge, especially with the king 9. Where was the king 9 on that board? Nowhere. We know he's tight, so we're just going to standardise the bet. Just seen us fold to a re-raise, so he could be using that in his repertoire now. He's seen that weakness from us. Get some hands though. Lizzie's not feeling it just yet. And his king's very tight. So we've got the re-raise. We're going to pot it. We're going to put them all in, I think. I think they're calling aces. Fair enough. We're dead. Oh yeah, waking up with the hands at the moment, aren't they, these people? Just a cool hand, you know. You got to either take your spin or not. Got to look at what they have behind them, and it's like, well, that's coming in next, isn't it? Especially with the aces. It's like sometimes you see the flop. Even if we imagine we had picked up a jack there, we'd have been calling down the hill. If we'd have picked up an ace, we'd have done the same. So always going to be in that situation, aren't we? And we took the spin up, took the gamble. I'll be careful. Got 6 minutes left in late reg. And money's not going to start really till probably around about 25 people, 23 people. So we've got 2/3 of the field to drop when we've only got 40 bigs at the moment. Average stack on the game would be about 130, 130k at the moment. That'd be the average holdings of people. Let's just check that out. Average stack is 158,000 at the moment. Smallest stack 25k, and the blinds 6k at the moment, so they'll be stepping up to 3,000, 6,000 on next blind set. 5 minutes, 6 minutes time. Very loosey goosey over there, but big blind special. Got to give them that. Straight fold. Even though we've gone down to 4 table, we've got less people to bluff. Still not great under the gun situation, but then again, look, we've seen it. The limp from small blind. Our check-in dominance should be now with Lucilia. She should be betting. Any two cards. And this is where poker becomes poker. Because look at the board. Jack, King, 8. Right. Now, no one bet the Jack, King. But would you just bet a call the King 8 or King 5? Jack 8, Jack 5. You know what I mean? Like, these are. What hands are you putting each other on you? Like, she limped in, limped in. So what did you limp in with? 9, 6, 9, 7, 8, 5. Ace 4. I mean, all aces should have raised. All the hands that you might have here. 7, 10. Even a 7, 10 could have raised the board. You know, and Lucia had ace fucking, what was it? Ace fucking 3 suited, and didn't just checked in. Wowee. Wow the fucking wee. I've seen it all now. You're getting odds on the pot, we're going to call it. No point in us betting out on a Jack 9 board. 4 cards out of them. Any King Jack, King 9, Ace 9, Ace Jack's going to call. Queen 10, Queen 8. And now we've got the flush draw. Where people are always going to try and get down out cheap, I feel. Yeah, we're going to fold straight out. Why we're taking so long here, I don't know. So we put Catiardo on a monster, maybe 9-3 or 9-2 or something. Got 2 pair already. Oh, under the gun. To keep those under the gun, Jack. 10 Jack. And see how all that check and all that shit was going on. Just made the other person believe their hand was good. He's weak from Sicardio, you know. It's weak because of these chip sizing and buying that we're in. It'd be strong play if we was in a $100,000 tournament. It's weak play when we're in a $5 tournament. Straight push. We've done this to Sicardo's big blind every single round. And, you know, like, where they must be some point thinking, where's the, are you going to get in? Under the gun, let's just put him all in. Under the gun should have aces and kings there, shouldn't they? So they should be ripping our hand off. Tens, fair enough. 4. Not today, Josephine. So again, 2 run outs, that's 2 50-50s that we've lost. So, you know, imagine flicking a coin up and calling heads and it's come down twice. 10 tails. We're going to take that spin up all the time. And people go, oh, you're just fishing. No, I'm not fishing, I'm gambling. You know, it's a gambler's game. especially in these low stakes. And we can, you know, we can play the different system of play, but it's not very fun to watch, is it? I'm going to be sitting folding most hands, you know. I'm going to be folding a good 70% of hands seen. And only playing probably about 20-30% of hands. So can you imagine that's I'm only playing a hand every circuit, which can be very boring, and I've got to fill all that blank space with all this drivel of talk. So better to have Action Jackson, isn't it? Just can't do a lot with the 7-2. And anyone shows any slow play, we just gear them up with a couple of alarm clocks. He's got a bit to think about, so I'll give him that. Lucia's been thinking already though, like, why are you now taking more time to think? You're going, oh well, I didn't know what the Litzy poker was going to do. Well, yeah, shouldn't you have thought that before? Like, if they go all in, fucking hell. Sometimes with the sevens, it's nice to have them here. It is round the other side. Because once someone gets commit on the pot, excuse me. As soon as someone gets committed on the pot and they've got themselves three big blinds in or whatever, sometimes it's hard to get them off because they've already stuck some money in there. Straight fold round. Make 2.5, 2.8 bigs. Big blinds just come down again. 19 bigs now with our 114k. Check. We're going to fold. 10 would be nice. So we've got both blockers on the straight. But what would they have straight wise that they missed? They ain't got a 7. Nice. Just going through a 5 ranging. Yeah. Ace 5. So we're getting to push shove range. It's not a great hand to do so, but we're getting sort of some odds on the call there, but we're going to fold it. We're going to shove it, but let Luciana, Callie have some glory at the moment. Expect them to be pushing us every time round that the button. Now we can't play a hand now until we're ready to go all in with it. When we do put a bet in, it's going to be half our stack, saying people that we're not going to fold. And we're going to do some speculative hands as well as the absolute rippers. If we get a fold now, we're in a stealing position. We can just go all in. And, you know, Zaki's got big stack to call. These two haven't. Oh, just ran into the aces. Jeez. Louise. Ran into aces. How many times this game? Well, that was that one out the window. I just concluded our stream for the day. Yeah, it's taken us up to a fair old bit, hour and a half. And we'll probably get on a bit later on. So if you do pop them, don't forget to give us a subscribe so you can follow the live streams when they're happening. Thanks very much, people.